Hello traders out there in trader land, welcome to freetradingvideos.com. This is the weekend edition. And Friday ends the day pretty bullish. Check this out, Dow up just a fraction, NASDAQ down about the same, S&P up, Russell's up, VIX down a little bit, we're down below the 50 mark, and here we are, the S&P daily. Let's take a look. The S&P daily here continued down. We have a lower high, lower low, and this area, the 675, 680 areas we were talking about in yesterday's video, is acting as nice support. Now what we have is a good old-fashioned long leg doji, and these dudes can act as reversal patterns. And anytime you have an extended leg this far, I mean this is a big extended leg, breaking all sorts of support, and that's why we've had this continuation of the leg to the downside. The market, it's due for a bounce at some point. It has to rally, it has to retrace to some degree. So here, what we have a big downside, we have some support here, we have a doji. Now this is what I'm waiting for. An inside trading day will not trigger anything for me. What I need to see is a higher high or a lower low. A lower low, I have all sorts of shorts. I'll just short the puddings out of this. If we break this support and just head down. If we go to the upside, you can see this. Far more resistance than we have, let me show you, let me go down, than support. There's no support. The path of least resistance is certainly to the downside. The path or the path of most resistance is to the upside. But still, I think that what we need is still a nice little rally for all the bears to start covering shorts and to get this nice little spike, because things that drop fast tend to pop fast, and that's just a fact of life. That's what happens in trading. So if this happens, if this happens, I'll probably just sit on my hands. I won't play anything to the upside. Look for a great area to short this dude, and then wait for another big leg down. That's what I'm hoping to get. But if we don't get that, we continue down, making a lower low, then I'm still going to play this leg as far down as it wants to take me, because there'll be money there to be had. And you got to watch it close, because man, when this market wants to bounce, it's gonna bounce. So here's the weekly chart on the S&P. The S&P, we do have kind of a falling wedge type formation, but we're nowhere near the apex of this thing. One of our watchers had said, hey, do we have a bullish divergence on the MACD on the weekly? And right here, I'm going to show you, we are dropping here, and our MACD is in fact stepping up. So for the user at Free Trading Videos that saw that, thank you, and nice eye, that's great. That is a bullish divergence on the S&P weekly. And here's the monthly. I want to pay special attention to this monthly here. Big M for murder. We did crack the lows here. We just came down. We're at a support area, so it wouldn't surprise me. Look how extended we are even on the monthly. I mean, if you were to count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months down, we're due for a little pop here. It wouldn't surprise me to see us pop right there, hit our head, and then come crashing down, maybe making it down here to the 500 mark. And so that would be great to see. Not for America or not for the world. That would not be good. Matter of fact, let me talk out of the other side of my mouth right now. It's just sickening to see that we have, jobless over 8%, unemployment over 8%, worse since '83. Like I said yesterday, I have friends and family that are just let go of jobs. I have businesses that are going belly up, and I'll tell you, it is sad, sad, sad to see where we're at here in the markets right now. And I wish that everybody was attuned to freetradingvideos.com and had a full understanding of what it means to preserve capital and not to be sitting in a 401k or an IRA account and just letting it bleed to nothing. At least you have a chance here to know how to protect yourself with protective things such as protective puts or doing shorting, or buying puts, or being in inverse ETFs, things that will actually make you money in a bear market. And so anyway, it's just no good to see people hurting and suffering out there. So anyway, will we get a bounce here? Maybe, maybe not. But we're at major support right there at the 675, the 680 area. So could we get a bounce here? Maybe. But if we bust through that, I'm a bear, and you better believe it. So anyways, take a look here at the NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ, check this out. We made some nice support right here. We have a hammer, kind of a hammer, a half-baked hammer, but nice support on the trend line, nice support on the support line going back in history. Big time support that this thing's sitting on. It would not shock me in the least to see this go higher high and start challenging some of these other resistance areas. But if we make a lower low, when that area gets popped on the NASDAQ, if that happens, make a lower low, you need to be bearish that market or sitting on your hands. And you know what? Let's look at the weekly while we're here. And the weekly, falling wedge, bullish divergence on the MACD, we are at a major support area on the trend line coming down, and also support right there on that swing low to this swing low, major support. So that could act as a support area to see some upward movement soon. And the monthly just is crashing and burning. The only thing going for the monthly for support is this low right there. Blow this up so you can see it. This low right there. It's acting as support right here. So we do have some more support there. We'll just see if we can crack that. So let's look at the sectors, sector rotations, because sometimes those things can tell us what's happening behind the scenes. And I'm going to start here on 6 months ago. Look down here 6 months ago. Just pay attention to what's happening here. We have financials down here, basic material or industrial goods, basic materials. But at the top we have healthcare, utilities. Usually those do the best in a recession, and that's what we're seeing right now. But the thing that's very interesting is technology is so high. Usually technology only is starts to become strong in a market that's bullish. Oh, that's my new BlackBerry I have. I'm going to hang up on that person, ignore. And anyway, then we, up here at 3 months, we have basic materials and healthcare still holding strong, but technology is still there. So it's not a fluke. And if you go up here to 1 month, technology actually wins the race. Man, pay special attention to that. If technology continues to stay strong, it's going to be tough for the markets to keep dropping at the pace that it is. Just know that you heard that here at freetradingvideos.com. So, in short, I'm on my hands, gang. I'm not in these markets playing this until I see a decisive move one direction or the other. I'll tell you, if we go bullish, I'll be day trading that, not doing anything long to the bull side, because it could be just a flash in the pan. But if we make new lower lows out there in the markets, breaking all these last chance support areas, we've got to be bearish in that. Bearish, bearish, bearish. Oh, little tidbit, just let you guys know, we do have the V-newsletter, video newsletter in the makings, and we have our articles already developed. It's something very special we're going to be sharing with you guys soon, and it's pretty exciting. And we're going to feature it. It's going to be shared for the first time on the V newsletter. So if you'd like to have, it's free. If you want these tips and tricks and information and this new thing that we're going to be sharing with you guys, it's going to be very uber cool. Then you certainly want to go to freetradingvideos.com. and over to the right, subscribe to the newsletter and just put in your email address. We'll make sure you get that. So anyway, until next time, happy trading to you, and be safe out there in the markets, and always, always, always use a stop loss when you're trading.